We have a really powerful weekend coming at us, giving us some really big opportunities to make some very inspired transformations. And we also have a lot of crazy emotions flying around this weekend. The moon is being highly activated, making a lot of aspects, and so we're definitely going to be experiencing some emotional turbulence. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today is Friday, August 13th, 2021. My name is Aubrey, and this is my astrological outlook for the weekend. I'm going to talk about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and give you guys everything you need to make it through your weekend without letting the energies make it through you. And before I get started, I want to remind you guys, I'm starting something new, and any questions that you have about astrology, generally anything, ask me anything about astrology, leave your questions in the comments of my videos, and I'm going to go through, I'm going to accumulate those questions, and I'm going to make some videos for you answering your questions. So any questions you have about astrology, go ahead and throw them in my comment section, and I will answer that for you. So back to the astrology for today, for Friday. Today is really a day being dominated by the moon. The moon is really the only planet that's making significant aspects today, but they are significant. And the moon is in late Libra, bringing up Venus themes. And so relationships and finances are definitely sort of like what is under the microscope today, what we're reacting to, what we're feeling about. Definitely relationship issues might be the theme for the day with the moon in Libra. Like I said, ruling relationships and partnerships and finances and contractual agreements with other people, and also just like peace and balance and harmony and beauty. And first of all, the moon is making two aspects today. The moon is squaring Pluto, and the moon is also trining Jupiter. And when the moon trines Jupiter retrograde, this is going to bring us revelations about things, awareness, and realizing the truth of things on an emotional level. We might be gaining some big emotional clarity about things today, sort of like the answers coming to us or the pieces of the puzzle like falling into place somehow about things that we haven't been quite sure of or haven't fully understood in terms of our relationships. Definitely gaining some type of clarity, some type of understanding on an internal emotional level with things today. And this energy, especially because Jupiter is retrograde, also expands our confidence and our faith and our belief in ourselves and brings hope and optimism. So we may be actually feeling quite like strong internally and confident, and even just like have an expanded sense of belief in ourselves and faith in ourselves today with this aspect, especially internally in terms of our emotions. And because of the other aspect in effect with the moon today, this might actually have us standing up for ourselves within some type of power dynamics in relationships. Because remember, when the moon is in Libra, we're talking about relationships. And like I said, the moon in Libra today will also be forming a square to Pluto. And this is going to bring up those Venus-Pluto themes and dynamics, which I talk a lot about and are a major theme of this whole year, this whole astrological new year since the new moon in Aries. And Venus-Pluto issues can really be represented on a lot of levels in a lot of ways, but generally it really boils down to like conflicts in regards to power and control dynamics in relationships or in partnerships or in terms of finances or money in some type of a way. So as the moon squares Pluto today, we might be sort of asserting ourselves. And this could be because we're having this feeling of expanded faith in ourselves and confidence in ourselves, which may be coming from this new awareness that we've gained. This moon today, these aspects today, are empowering us through our own self-assuredness to sort of try to break free from anything or to stand up for ourselves in some type of way, specifically in relationships, or also in terms of anything that may be like disturbing our peace or disrupting our peace and harmony in some type of a way that we feel has been like limiting us or controlling us or just exerting some type of external force or pressure on us somehow. And so we have that, and then also to sort of like kick that up another notch and like emphasize the standing up for ourselves theme today. The sun is at 22 degrees of Leo today and is still in trine to the Eris point. And if you watched my video from yesterday or the day before, I've been talking about how this sun trine to the Eris point is really like just helping us without us even having to try. It's just like things are just happening that are liberating us from things that have been enslaving us or limiting us or holding us back or keeping us from really doing and being and feeling and acting and living the way that we need to in order to satisfy our spirit and really thrive and feel alive in life. So we have like a double dose again today of throwing things off, breaking free from restrictions, and standing up for ourselves and freeing ourselves from anything that has been hindering us or overpowering us or holding us back or controlling us. And I really think that with the Jupiter aspect in play today, this is having a lot to do with it. And there's another thing at 22 degrees of Leo, where the sun is today, that Sabian symbol or energy described in a picture form so that we can get a better understanding of that specific degree, that specific energetic, how it resonates, and what it means ultimately with the aspects. The degree of 22 Leo is a carrier pigeon fulfilling its mission. So that goes back again to this moon in trine to Jupiter today. And we may be gaining, like I said, gaining clarity and understanding and receiving messages that spark this whole process. So the way that this energy really could play out, it's like someone might tell you something that makes things clear to you in some type of a way, and you're feeling confident about it, and so you say something to somebody and it like causes this like power struggle or upsets the power dynamic in this relationship. But in the process of doing that, it's also liberating you to be able to come back into alignment with what you really need to thrive and feel alive and happy and express yourself creatively and just be true to yourself generally. So that's sort of how I'm reading the energies for Friday. The moon in Libra, just these relationship themes and issues potentially coming up, especially also because Mars is in Virgo with Venus. Both Mars and Venus are in the same sign. The moon is in Venus's sign. So relationships could be the issues today. And then gaining that clarity, a carrier pigeon fulfilling its mission. And the degree of Jupiter right now is a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis. So this is also about fundamental metamorphosis as well. So all of that going on today could, like I said, trigger some internal conflicts, emotional conflicts with that square to Pluto, but we're really also having this faith and optimism and hope today that is inspiring us to step into our power, okay, with that moon in square to Pluto as well. So now let's move on and let's talk about Saturday and let's talk about Sunday. Now we actually have an aspect that's going on this weekend that is going to last for Saturday and for Sunday. And this is a YOD or finger of God aspect that is happening between Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde, and the sun in Leo. And the finger of God is pointing right to that sun in Leo. So we know it's really about all these Leo sun themes. What makes us grow? What makes us thrive? What is true and authentic to us? Where our unique, creative, authentic self-expression like lives and grows, and how we can bring that out and just shine in life and live life to the fullest and just embody our joy and feel alive. That is what this aspect is indicating for us. And with it being Neptune and Pluto, this is a very collective energy. This is happening all over the world. This is just something that we are all picking up on with our little crystalline antennas that we have in our brain that receive these invisible frequencies, and they spark different like patterns to unfold within our psyches. We're all getting this. And with Jupiter, with Neptune, and with Pluto in the sextile pointing to the sun, especially retrograde. First of all, with Neptune and Pluto, it's like we just like inherently know. It's like a deep knowing, like a deep feeling, like it's like, I mean, Neptune retrograde is bringing us like a very strong ability to connect internally to our higher selves and really like our own personal divine path and what we know intuitively, the direction that we need to go, what we need to do. And Pluto retrograde is asking us to reconnect to our internal power and to take power over our own lives and the course of our own creations, basically, and to heal ourselves with that. So it's like collectively we are being guided on a very deep and powerful level, and we just intuitively know what needs to be done and know what we need to do in order to let our sun shine, in order to go through this whole Leo new moon process. If you guys watched my video for the new moon in Leo, if not, it's linked in the description box below. But it's really all about helping us to be liberated back into our own unique, creative, authentic self-expression, and to realign with a life that is in alignment with what we need to grow and thrive and succeed and be happy, and to really enjoy life to its fullest. And so this aspect this weekend is really asking us to really deeply tune in and heal and process and connect and follow that guidance back to like the light, back to what makes us shine. And that's why I said in the beginning of my video, it's really because of this aspect what makes it this powerful weekend for making inspired transformation. Because I mean, that's Neptune is like divine inspiration, and Pluto is like purification, purging and transforming. It's like the phoenix being born out of the ashes. So it's like we are all having this ability to gain this very divinely inspired purification and transformation to help bring us back to our own individual personal light this weekend. And it's a powerful energetic, and things might be sort of rippling out from it, but that is the undercurrent of this YOD, this finger of God that we're experiencing this weekend. It's going to be active Saturday, it's going to be active Sunday. It will be most active on Sunday though. But now let's talk about the general energetics for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we actually have two planets changing degrees. We have Jupiter moving from 28 degrees of Aquarius back to from 29 degrees of Aquarius, back to 28 degrees of Aquarius. And this Sabian symbol is a tree felled in sod for use in winter. So this is all about preparing. This is all about cultivating resources, cultivating what we've grown, taking an inventory of what we've grown and what we've had, and figuring out how we can use it, how we can prepare for it, and how we can provide for ourselves with it. So we have this going on for the next week and a half or so as Jupiter is at this degree, really asking us to cultivate our resources and to refine them and to be prepared to use them if we need them for something in some type of a way to give us sustenance and to help us survive, basically. And then we also have the black moon moving to 4 degrees of Gemini, and this degree is holly and mistletoe reawaken old memories of Christmas. And because it's the black moon, this is really saying to me, like, this is fears around or subconscious fears or shadow side issues around not being able to go back, or being afraid of not being able to go back to what once was that gave so much joy and happiness and like feeling of like fulfillment and wholeness and just coming together, like being able to do traditions, just fears around not being able to go back to how things once were. And I feel like that is kind of a general theme that a lot of people are experiencing right now too, especially with just the nature and the state of things and the seeming regression back to what we had just started coming out of not too long ago with this like health crisis. And people are generally probably going to be feeling like just a little depressed or listless, or just like melancholy about being possibly not able to return to traditions the way they had maybe hoped to and intended to this year. And it's just sort of surfacing in the collective subconscious right now, and people are processing these specific issues while the black moon is at this degree in Gemini. And because it's in Gemini, we might be seeing it on the screens, we might be hearing it a lot more about it in social media, we might be seeing it in the news. There might also be in the news, we might start hearing now about restrictions and stuff on people getting together and celebrating and enjoying the holidays. That might start coming up with this as well. So we'll see, but generally this is just triggering, I feel like, people's fears about not being able to go back to their traditions and how things have always been that have given them joy and made them happy, and feeling like they have to like leave their memories behind because of how things are. And we can't get lost in the fear of things. We need to maintain hope and realize so much of what we're experiencing right now is literally just a projection on a screen, and if we don't pay attention to it, a lot of times it doesn't even really have to exist in our experience. So what we focus on grows. And we know that we play a major role. Our mind is very powerful in creating our reality. So we don't want this black moon in Gemini to have us falling into these fears and actually projecting and creating that for ourselves, for our future. So something to keep in mind with that. Also on Saturday, you guys, we have a moon in Scorpio all weekend. This is actually probably a good weekend to not be like too out and about and stuff, be more like internal, more inside, and really use it for maybe like self-analysis, introspection, like figuring things out, also like cleaning or stuff like that with this moon in Scorpio this weekend. The moon in Scorpio on Saturday is also going to square Saturn retrograde, sextile Mars, and oppose Uranus. And so I wrote, that could make us be emotionally just like feeling critical of things, angry or frustrated about things, and also shocked and surprised about things. That's sort of the triplicity that we're dealing with the moon squaring Saturn, aspecting Mars, and opposing Uranus. With the moon squaring Saturn, this could definitely just have us feeling frustrated, and with Mars too, like frustrated about anything that is limiting us, and it might be causing us to take like, these feelings building up might contribute to us experiencing some type of shocking or surprising occurrences happening or on an emotional level. So it is kind of a turbulent day on Saturday with the moon triggering this trio of planets. Definitely, anything like definitely frustration building about things that are hindering us and potentially leading to like these explosions in some type of a way. But you guys, on the higher octave of these energetics, I'm going to say this is a phenomenal day for putting in the work in a very detail oriented, focused, diligent, like very hard work. You can create masterpieces when Mars and Saturn are like in the game together. This is like really masterful work if you're doing it properly, because Mars brings energy and passion and motivation, and Saturn is like detail oriented and very like perfecting in what he does and what he builds, and he creates forms and structures and builds things. So very good energy for putting in the work towards something that you're trying to create to bring you back into your own authenticity with the Uranus aspect as well. This is a good day. I mean, with the moon opposing Uranus, we can also be getting awakenings and inspirations and flashes of insight and like downloads into like our psyche of inspiration. And we can really use this Mars and Saturn to act on that and to start creating things in alignment with that, with what's true and authentic and unique to us with this energy. So it can really go either way, either, critical, angry, and surprised, or very hard working towards getting back to authenticity and creating something unique and authentic and that can be of service to other people with these aspects in effect. And yes, then we have that YOD going on, which I talked about earlier, where we are just and it's even more emphasized, you guys, because the moon is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is one of the planets in this YOD. So we are really being empowered this weekend to tap into our divine connection and receive divine inspiration to begin to transform and bring ourselves back to life and to light. That is a very strong energetic that's in effect this weekend. Now, let's talk about Sunday. Sunday is the first quarter square moon. This is the time to step out, to take action, to break out of something, it's like if you plant the seed during the new moon, the first quarter square is when it starts to break through the soil. So that's when we want to like take action on something that we had intended, or we started, or we envisioned, or wanted to manifest with the new moon. And it also though can create some conflict, because it is hard for that little sprout to break through the soil. It's not a super easy thing. So, and the moon is in square to the sun. So this can create a level of challenge and conflict with this day, with this energy as well, as we try to move forward, as we try to take that action. But we have some really nice aspects going on again with the moon today alongside of that. So we'll have the first quarter square moon, but the moon will also be in a trine with Neptune retrograde, and then the moon will square Jupiter as well. So the trine to Neptune retrograde along with the first quarter square, this again, and remember this YOD is specifically in effect on Sunday most. So we have that going on as well. But with the moon in the trine to Neptune, this, especially retrograde, this is just intuition and spiritual connection and spiritual healing, like big time. And remember, Neptune is at this degree, 23 degrees of Pisces, and that degree is a materializing medium giving a seance, performing a seance. So we have extreme ability right now to tap into the spiritual planes and to use that energy to receive guidance, to receive wisdom. And with the moon in a trine, this is just happening naturally today on Sunday. And with this YOD going on with Pluto and Neptune, this is happening as well. And we also have the moon in Scorpio, which is a very psychically connected sign. So this is happening with that as well. And so huge ability to use our intuition to connect to the spiritual plane, to receive guidance going on Sunday, to help us move forward, to help us step out, to help us take action with this first quarter square, moving forward towards what we want to grow this Leo cycle. And then after that, we will have Jupiter make a square with the moon as well. The moon will square Jupiter, and this is more of the same. This is this expanded faith, expanded belief, expanded trust, just huge awareness, clarity, gaining. It just boosts the spiritual connection, the intuition factor of things that are coming through from the trine even more. And then when you add the YOD to it, Sunday is a very spiritual day. Good day to meditate, good day to pray, good day to envision the things that you want to grow in your life and to actively start working towards them. And also, it's a very good day for self-analysis, introspection. You can get a lot of clarity. It's like you can receive information from a higher plane that you can use to heal yourself with this Scorpio energy and this Pluto energy in effect as well today. And one last thing that I want to say about the energetics for Sunday, for this first quarter square moon, we will have the sun at 24 degrees of Leo. And that degree is totally concentrated upon inner spiritual attainment. A man is sitting in a state of complete neglect of bodily appearance. So this is very much about focusing inwards and, like it says, concentrated upon inner spiritual attainment. And this is emphasizing the Scorpio moon, making this aspect to Neptune, the square to Jupiter, while this YOD is going on. Very spiritual communion day on Sunday for sure. And then where the moon is at 24 degrees of Scorpio for this first quarter square. This degree is crowds coming down the mountain to listen to one inspired man. So again, like this, in the degree of the sun, the man is sitting in a state of complete concentration on inner spiritual attainment. But it's like the degree of the moon, it's like he's gained this spiritual enlightenment, and now he's inspired, and he's coming down the mountain to tell everybody about it. So it's like what we're gaining today through this process of looking inwards and introspection and connection is going to inspire us to move forward in the direction that we want to, and it will draw people to us as well through our own personal inspiration and what we gain from the process of this spiritual connection that we are being gifted with this weekend. So that's what I have. That's what's going on. Friday, again, just to summarize and reiterate, we have a day that is more relationship themed. It might bring up you might learn some things that you didn't know, carrier pigeon fulfilling its mission. You might get some messages about something, or just gain some type of clarity that sort of makes you feel stronger and more confident and more sure of yourself. And because of that, it may inspire you to sort of stand up for yourself in some type of a way, and this may cause some type of power struggle or situation, but it's happening. If it does happen, and this can play out in a myriad of ways, but the way that whatever, struggles happen on Friday with the sun still in trine to the Aries point, it's for the purpose of liberation back into personal creative self-expression and authenticity and realigning you with what you truly need to survive and thrive and live life to your absolute fullest joy. And then we have on Saturday and Sunday, we have this powerful YOD going on with the sun that's really helping us to do the same thing, but it's like connecting us so much on a gut level with what we actually need to be doing. It's like really aligning our gut so that our gut can guide us back to the light that gives us life, like I said. And then, we have the black moon and Jupiter changing degrees, and this moon squaring Mars, Saturn, or aspecting Saturn, Mars, and Uranus. So Saturday is probably the trickiest day of the weekend just because we have these more difficult aspects going on. Again, use this energy for working on something constructively that is realigning you with that is really in authentic alignment with you. And try not to let it pull you into the frustrated, angry, and having these like really shocking and surprising experiences. And then Sunday, we have that first quarter square, and we have all of this super, super spiritual energy that's really asking us to look inside, spend some time healing ourselves and analyzing ourselves and being introspective, and then it's helping us to gain this new inspiration that we can then take with us down the mountain and inspire others with. So that's what the universe, that's what the stars, that's what the cosmos are bringing us this weekend, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I was able to provide something for you that can help you out as you navigate your energetic weekend. Again, you guys, if you have any questions about astrology that you would like answered, leave them in my comments section, and I'm going to make a video for you guys answering all of your astrology questions. And also, if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel, please, please, please. And leave me comments. I absolutely love your comments. Leave those questions. I have a Facebook page and a Facebook group if you guys want to come over there and join as well. And I will see you guys back here on Monday for next week. We got some big astrology coming at us next week, guys. We got a Mars Mercury conjunction, and we are building up to the full moon. There's a bunch going on next week, so tune in then. I will see you later, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.